21 of 28 passing for 279 yards, 4 tugs, and a 145.7 passer rating. The Cardinals beat the Eagles 32-25 and advanced to their first ever Super Bowl. Tough act to follow, so let's bring back Kurt Warner for his QB spotlight here. All right, Kurt, this week it's the young Daniel Jones. He will try to knock off the Eagles and keep New York's playoff hopes alive. How have you seen Daniel Jones really improve this season, and what does he need to work on to upset the top seed in the NFC?
Well, MJ, he has grown a lot. By far his best season as a pro. I love what Brian Daboll has done to kind of build this offense around what he does and what his strengths are. Now, what I love is that he's getting better as a pocket passer. You know, he's an athlete. He can make plays with his legs, but I want to see him grow as a pocket passer. And let me show you, some of the things. And last week, maybe his best game as a pro, but great job right here. We've got a cover 2 man concept over to the right-hand side, where we're just kind of eyeing that high safety. If that high safety stays over on the right side of the field, I know I can work back to the left-hand side. He does a great job of holding that safety. And then you see the timing throw back to the skinny post here. On time, on the money, understanding what he's seeing. That, to me, is where he's grown. Not quite there yet, though. We've still got room to get better in the drop-back game. You're going to see right here 3 receivers to the right-hand side. I've got 2 receivers back to the left-hand side. So much of this is about a numbers game. We're trying to count the numbers on defense. You see 3 defenders moving over to the right. We've only got 1 down here to the left. Sometimes these can be tough to decipher, but these are the things that I want to see from Daniel Jones. The great thing is he's not making mistakes when he gets into those moments, as you saw right there. Not really sure what I'm seeing. I'm not forcing it where we may have seen him force it in the past. Now I'm going to bring it down, and I'm going to make a positive play for our team, and oftentimes that happens with his legs.
I love the way that we've seen his progression this year, and even when he uses his leg, doesn't always look as finesse as maybe we want it to be, but hey, he's still getting those rush yards and moving the chains for his team. Hey, this will be the 2nd career playoff start for both Daniel Jones and Jalen Hurts. We'll see you and the rest of the crew, Kurt, on Saturday and Sunday, double duty for game day morning as you get us going for divisional weekend. Thank you, Kurt.
MJ, come on now. You know it is all about the result. Don't have to look good. He just keeps on racking up some of those yards. Here's a look at what Daniel Jones has done this season on the ground. Good, but even better last weekend. Keep in mind, to go along with the 301 passing yards and the 2 passing touchdowns, how about 78 yards on the ground in his first career playoff start? Now, this Eagles defense, let's be real here, a little bit of a step up compared to what Minnesota's bringing to the table. So, TD, tell me, if you're Philadelphia, if you're the Eagles and you're on that field, how do you keep this dude in check?
Listen, the Eagles are a team that are equipped and built to be able to get after the quarterback with their front 4. They had over 50 sacks with that front 4. So I think that says a lot about what they're capable of doing. So this is what you have to do. You have to allow these guys to be who they are and get after Daniel Jones while keeping vision with your linebackers on the quarterback. Now, they're going to get after the quarterback. They're going to rush the linebackers. If he's able to escape from this pass rush, they have vision on him. They can step up and they can cover Danny Dimes. But what also you have to be able to do, you have to be able to match up. Right here, they put Darius Slay on a tight end because they know Danny Jones, he likes the tight ends. Darius Slay walks up, knocks it out, doing a great job of not allowing them to have a completion. But what Darius Slay also has to do, my bad, Darius Slay. What he also has to do, he has to have wide vision because Daniel Jones loves to run the football. You got to see the whole field. You cannot allow him to get outside. These are the kind of plays that this Eagles defense are going to have to defend because Daniel Jones is going to always be looking to pull the ball and create extra yardage by running.
Yeah, we keep making a whole lot of what this Eagles does in terms of the takeaways, 4th in the NFL in terms of that number, not to mention getting after that quarterback. If there's been a little bit of a weak link, it's against the run. 16th in the NFL against the run.
Got to be better.
It got to be better, especially in a game like this because you know between Daniel Jones and Barkley, they're going to try to get on the ground and pick up a whole lot of yardage. Meanwhile, this once again is going to be a tough task because this is a different Giants team than the one that they saw in week number 18 where Barkley and Daniel Jones did not play. But for a closer look on the matchup, Judy Batista's got us covered in East Rutherford.
Giants defensive coordinator Wink Martindale opened his press conference today by saying it's a great time to be a Giant And he's right. They won their first playoff game since their 2011 Super Bowl run, and now they're getting ready to play the Eagles in Philadelphia, a place they have not won in since 2013. So why are they feeling so good? Well, Daniel Jones is coming off his best game of the season against the Minnesota Vikings. He really took control of the offense. The challenge this week, to keep Jones upright. He was sacked 4 times by the Eagles in Week 14. The Eagles have the best pass rush in the league, 70 sacks. That's 15 more than the Kansas City Chiefs had. They were the number 2 team. And Jones has been sacked a total of 47 times so far this season, including the playoff game. The much maligned Giants offensive line, though, even though the grades may not show it, has been playing better, especially left tackle Andrew Thomas, who was something of a punching bag when he was a rookie, but he is now one of the highest rated tackles in the league. Daniel Jones says he has always had confidence.
Back here on Total Access, the progress of Damar Hamlin continues to be one of the best stories we can bring you here on NFL Network. Today, head coach Sean McDermott gave us an update, which includes Damar being at the facility.
It's limited just overall, but he comes in and really just started really today or yesterday and just trying to get back to a little bit of a routine and just getting himself acclimated again and taking it one step up, baby step at a time here. Just kind of, getting himself dipping his toe back in here and, getting on the road to just getting back to himself.
That has to do wonders just for his mental state, for the team as well. And the Bengals and Bills will meet 20 days after their canceled Week 17 game where Damar collapsed on the field. Number 3 back in Buffalo at the facility in a limited basis, as Coach just said, and has been in constant contact with the guys this entire time. Now, when it comes to these two teams, though, both the Bengals and the Bills had a much tougher time in that wild card round than I think many folks were expected. But if you had to look at that last performance, which squad are you more concerned about, Emrab?
Which squad am I more concerned about? I'm concerned about my Bills. Just a little bit, guys. Just a little bit, man. Joshy Poo, as I look at the picture over there, man, you got to stop throwing picks, bro. You really do. You got to stop it. I know you're big and strong, and you can hit any point on the football field. And sometimes I think Ken Dorsey and the offensive staff, they have to call a game to protect him from himself. See, when you carry around a bazooka as a right arm, TD, like, you feel like you can throw the ball through walls, through anything, in any window, right? And sometimes you forget, the defensive guys get paid. You know what I'm saying? They get paid to defend and pick the ball and all of that stuff. So Ken Dorsey, hope you're listening, man. Actually, I know you watch Total Access. I know that, right? Run the ball, man. Run the ball. I saw James Cook pick up like 10 yards 2 times in a row, 2 plays back to back. And then that's when Josh Allen threw a pick because you caught a deep play, right? Run the football. Mitch Morris is healthy now. Roger Saffold is a walking 1,000-yard. He has a 1,000-yard back. Follow him almost everywhere he goes. Lean on the double teams. Protect Josh from himself. That way, he can be his special Josh in just special moments, not the entire game.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Robinson known for his subtlety there. But he makes a valid point there. TD, do you agree? Is it the Bills that concern you more, or is it the Bengals?
I have some concerns with the Bills, but who concerns me the most is definitely the offensive line for the Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah. We saw the struggles that they had early on in the season, and now when they lose guys to an already struggling offensive line, you lose Jonah Williams, that's going to be problematic for this offensive line and for Joe Burrow, because the Buffalo Bills are really good at getting after the quarterback, and Joe Burrow is going to be a sitting duck. If he don't have those big guys, we know Lyle Collins was already out, and now you lose Jonah Williams on the other side, it's going to be trouble for him.
This is one of the, I think, most closely contested games, right, in terms of the deficiencies on one side or the other and who can beat out who. I love it. So that takes us to Battle of the Line, presented by Caesars Sportsbook and Casino. All right, let's get an early week pick here. Who you got, Emrab? Bills or Bengals?
Come on, Bills Mafia, stand all the way up. I know, we already played them once. We're not going to go there, but we're here in Buffalo. Bills win 31-29. Let's get it.
Ooh, close game. TD?
So, Like I just talked about, if this offensive line was healthy, the way that the Cincinnati Bengals had things rolling, I would have gone with them. But the fact that they aren't, and they're playing in Buffalo, like Rob just said, I think the Bills are going to win this one in not so close fashion, 28-14, MJ.
It's okay to pick the Bills, bro. It's okay. You know what I'm saying?
You know McD is my guy.
Yes,
True.
bro.
As a result of that Week 17 cancellation, this is the official first head-to-head meeting between Joe Burrow and Josh Allen. I will have my pick on Friday's Total Access. All right, up next, Daniel Jones hit all the right notes against the Vikings.